You know why I did it, Star Munch?
I'm not gonna answer, Star Munch.
I did it because I wanted to. What are we even talking about this for? We just had a little man save us by blowing up 50 ships.
How little?
Like this?
A little 1-inch man saved us.
Well, if he got closer, I'm sure he'd be much larger.
Hey, that's how eyesight works, you stupid raccoon.
Don't call me a raccoon!
I'm sorry. I took it too far. I meant trash panda.
Is that better?
I don't know. It's worse. It's so much worse.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, the only show in the universe with the sole mission of destroying cynicism at the box office. Here are your hosts, Matt, Adam, and Sean.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast number 34. That's 34 for October 12th, 2017. On today's show, we have three super exciting trailers to talk about. We analyze the possibility of another video game movie, the reason Fast 9 was delayed, and we wrap up with what we've been watching and reading. You can chat with us on Twitter at Make Movies Great. Just toss us a like on Facebook at Make Movies Great, and like all of our pictures on Instagram at Make Movies Great. Don't forget, this podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube. My name is Matt. Here with me is
Sean.
Sean
Wow.
is here.
Welcome back, Sean.
Surprise.
Welcome back. This is going to be a good episode for you to be back for.
Yeah, I'm happy I'm back for this one.
And also,
And I'm Adam.
Adam is here as well. Is Chase with us as well?
He's in bed, but I'm sure he'll be out at one point.
Okay. And our fact checker, Jen. Is Jen there?
She's also in bed.
We have
Okay.
a new fact checker.
Do we have a new fact checker?
No, Jen?
Oh, yeah.
She fact checking?
Jen's been on fire the last couple episodes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fact checking so much as just knowing something for sure that we were trying to convince ourselves was true.
Same
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all right. On the Average Nobody's podcast, that's Holly. Because
Oh, okay.
Ryan podcasts the same way you do, Adam. He Skypes on his phone, and Holly's there just in case we need like verification on anything we talk about. So it's actually very helpful. They're like interns, except they're more crucial than that. Movie club this week. We're talking about The Bad Batch. That's coming up right after this episode. So if you're listening to this episode of Make Movies Great Again, then that episode is also up. Next week, we're going to be talking about Gerald's Game. So watch Gerald's Game. It's a Stephen King adaptation. It's a Netflix movie. You can obviously watch it on Netflix. So check that out. Let's get right into trailers of the week. Big fucking week.
Huge.
For trailers.
Huge.
This is the biggest week for trailers that we've had
week.
since this podcast has been a thing.
Probably.
Would you agree?
Yep.
I would agree.
3 powerhouse trailers.
Can I just say, we're going to talk about Justice League, Pacific Rim, Last Jedi.
Yes.
All came out this week.
Yeah.
Only thing that would have made it bigger, Avengers.
Dude,
Yep.
honestly, I didn't even think of that. Until you said that, I didn't even want to watch Avengers.
Yeah.
These last month or so, I've been like dying for the Avengers one. I didn't even think of it. With these three, that's crazy, but you're right. It would have made it fucking massive. Now brings the question, now that we'll go off topic for a second, when the fuck is that trailer going to be released?
Doesn't exist.
Never.
Convinced of it.
Is it probably going to debut with Thor maybe in a couple weeks?
I
3
guess.
weeks?
Yeah. What?
Maybe?
When does it come
We're gonna
out?
have
March?
to do a whole
Comes out-
episode on that trailer.
It comes out in May, right?
Next May.
May or March. I don't know.
think
Next
it's
year.
May.
Early next year. But yeah, so that's crazy. But anyway, so we got 3.
Okay.
How do you guys want to start? Do you guys want to start with the lesser of the 3? And this is crazy to say lesser
lesser-
of the 3, but you want to talk about Pacific Rim first?
Okay, I thought you were going to say Justice League.
Oh,
and I was
no.
going to be like, no, the lesser of the 3 is Pacific.
Pacific Rim.
Oh, I see.
Listen, I know we're at here. So
I agree.
So this is a very exciting trailer because before this we've only gotten movie posters, we've gotten artwork, we've gotten little clips here and there. We got John Boyega in his suit saying, suit up, blah blah, doing a little. They're like propaganda videos. I love how Pacific Rim
a promo video for the Jaeger program, basically.
Yes. I love how they do their videos like they're like military propaganda videos.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like join
a cool
us. It's like
aspect,
we
yeah.
want you. I think that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So they clearly have the same marketing department, but by the looks of this trailer, you clearly know that Guillermo del Toro is not behind this film.
Yeah. Yeah.
This looks more like a Michael Bay joint. to
Yes,
me,
it does.
Right?
Yep.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
It does.
yeah. The first thing that I noticed, I'm fucking so excited they got new Jaegers. So fucking cool for that. The fucking kaiju look just as menacing as they do in the first one. It's a little less dark. But the big thing about the Jaegers, they fucking move like Transformers now.
Yep.
Like they're moving fast.
I thought I was watching a Transformer.
In the first Pacific Rim, one of the really cool things about those giant the robots, the big Jaegers. Yeah, like they move so slow because you have to think about the size of these fucking things, and for that arm to come across with a punch, like it's moving fast, but it's not going to look like it's moving fast. Right. It's because it's so massive and it's covering so much ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you got them moving
I noticed
like
that too. Actually, good call.
Yeah, so it's a totally different tone, and I'm not going to say this movie isn't for me because this is exactly right up my fucking alley. Like this is robots fighting fucking giant monsters. It's fucking amazing. This is awesome. But it's not Pacific. It's not the same movie as Pacific Rim 1. It's a very different movie. It looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly watched the trailer and I wasn't super impressed aside from that, but like the fighting really kind of what they were showing, and I agree with you. I mean, I really wanted them to be walking around in the Marianas Trench again.
Yeah. Like down
out
in
the
water.
Yeah.
This is how I will like talk about Pacific Rim, like how my excitement level. I'm excited for Pacific Rim Uprising. I'm not excited for Pacific Rim 2. You feel me? Like I'm not excited for the Pacific Rim sequel.
Oh, I understand.
Because I really like Pacific Rim, the first movie. Loved Pacific Rim. You know how much we love Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah,
love that movie. Together. I think I'll probably enjoy this movie just not the same, but I'll enjoy this movie like I enjoy the Transformers movies.
Right.
But it's gonna carry different weight. We don't have Charlie Hunnam back. We think so far. You know who knows.
Yeah. Slide in there. Never know.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, we got Mako back.
It does look like you might get your what is it, Class 10 kaiju.
Yep, I think so.
Where did they get these names?
Massive.
I love the class. Well, we had that big argument. You were part of this argument too, right?
I'm not sure. What was the argument?
It was Category 4.
No, listen.
Oh, yeah.
Matt thought that after they had the Category 4, there was like, oh, this is the biggest movie we've ever seen. Matt wanted to be like, hey, let's go up to 6 and just skip 5.
No,
the next one.
I thought that it was Category 3, and then when the Category 4 came, it was like it's a Category 4, but I thought they were going to skip to 5 and just be like, oh, it's a fucking 5.
It's a 5, yeah.
Right? Isn't that what it was? Someone will have to correct us if we're wrong, but I wanted them to skip a number, whatever that number was. I wanted them to go from whether it's a 3 to a 5 or a 4 to a 6. Like, I wanted that to be like that bigger, that bigger.
Because who cares, right? I mean,
right. Yeah. Like, they don't have to come out in order, like exact order. I don't know. I think we had Adam. We had this argument with Justine as well, which I don't think Justine has as much writing. Like, she doesn't have any skin in the game when it comes to Pacific Rim. So, but we did argue about it for a while. Adam, what do you think about Scott Eastwood just getting plopped in there?
I know Scott Eastwood out of nowhere, like
in everything.
I don't dislike it, but I mean, I had no idea he was going to be in it. I kind of, when this movie was first coming out, I was kind of hoping that maybe they'd go a little different direction and do smaller Jaegers, but have a single pilot. And, you know what I mean? Have them be faster.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Maybe they are.
That's what was going on.
It doesn't seem like when they're lined up on the edge of whatever their facility is, they seem very big, and I love the scale of them. Like that's one of the coolest things about this. But the scale now gets lost because of how fast they're moving, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. And so going back to Scott Eastwood for a second, I love how people he just plopped into movies. And people are just like, oh, yeah, that's Scott Eastwood. What the fuck do you mean it's Scott Eastwood? What the fuck has he been in where people are just like, he's just around? Like, what do you mean it's Scott Eastwood? Like, he's not in a lot of stuff.
Like, in any movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't have a lot of parts in any movies.
Yeah, it's like when people are like, oh, Scott Eastwood's in the new Fast and Furious movie. And why should I be excited for that? Yeah. Why?
The last name, man.
It's I guess, right? But I'm like, it's not like Tom Hanks is joining Dom Toretto and the rest of the fucking family. Like, this is not.
I'm not talking about Clint here.
That would be something. Hey, maybe they're
next villain, Tom Hanks.
Oh my God. So Pacific Rim Uprising. Looks like a fucking badass trailer. It's a very different movie. We'll all agree to that.
Yeah. So far, at least.
All right, so you want to talk about Pacific Rim now? I mean, not
Justice League.
I want to talk about Pacific Rim.
Let's talk about Justice League.
Justice League, yes.
I watched the wrong trailer at first.
No, yeah. So how did you know it was the wrong trailer?
When Adam was like, "Oh, the Superman hit," and I'm like, "What's the Superman hit?" I must have like glazed over it. And he was like, in the beginning when there was the whole dream sequence, I was like, "Oh, I definitely watched this. I definitely would have remembered that."
In your defense,
it was the first thing of the trailer.
I was like, "Nah, I definitely didn't watch it."
Adam, you watched it first before Sean and I. When you were like, "There's like a little hint at Superman." It's a little more than a hint.
It's a little more than a
It's
hint.
literally Superman.
A little nod, the tip of the cap.
The tip of the cap. You see, it's like
I didn't want to be like, "Hey guys, fucking Superman's in the trailer." I don't know.
No, but so anyway, the trailer opens up with Lois walking out into the field in Kansas and seeing Clark standing out there.
Some corn.
And so
Don't be surprised.
says,
"Oh yeah."
so he says, I'll take that as a yes,
Yeah.
right? Because
she was wearing the ring when she married him.
Yeah, so that's
Don't be surprised that she wakes up and then walks outside.
and then go and sees him.
Yeah. Don't be surprised.
Like if that's the actual scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be surprised.
Do you think he's just standing out there in his like regular farm gear?
Yep.
I don't know. I'm leaning more towards it's a dream, but I think it's probably influenced by something else. I think it's the same kind of dream that Zack Snyder put in Batman v Superman with the flash forward with the Adam. Who are the
nightmare scene.
Yeah, the nightmare scene, because it seems to be like that is what's going to be the future if the Justice League doesn't stop Darkseid and Steppenwolf. So there's like this kind of like this thing going on with like realistic dreams. It's like there's like something to it there.
Yeah.
We got to see a little more of, really a little more of all of the superheroes, all of the Justice League in action.
Saw a little more of Cyborg, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I agree. You definitely saw more Cyborg. You saw, now for sure he can fly. He can pull holograms and shit out of his hands. I thought you did get to see a little more of him.
A few takeaways. I noticed some people online were noticing that they were smiling a lot more.
Yeah.
Which I think there's a very deliberate thing. They showed like every single one of them smile.
Probably Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
It's probably
like
the way
lighten it up a little bit here.
Yeah,
not all the
definitely.
way. We'll use a dark color palette, but they're gonna smile. Damn it.
They're gonna definitely smile.
And another thing is, I think Momoa's a little too broy for me.
As
all
Aquaman?
right.
Yeah.
My man. Like, it's a little too broy for me. I don't know. We'll see.
I think he's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm sure.
I think we're gonna have a hard time seeing Aquaman being not him after this. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna see. People will see the light skinned blonde Aquaman with a goofy green shirt. Goofy green pants.
Yeah, this will change it.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From now on, Aquaman is going to be like this badass dude with a beard and long hair.
He honestly already for me makes way more sense.
Jason
Yeah.
Momoa.
Yeah,
totally.
way more sense.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
far and away.
Yeah.
Why would Aquaman be like this?
No, yeah. They basically make him, to me, looks like he looks almost Pacific Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if that's what he is
No,
or
yeah.
whatever, but that's kind of like, you know what I mean? I feel
Yeah.
like those people are very in touch with the ocean. But
Yeah.
do you? Oh no, I just lost what thought that I was gonna say.
Something about Flash, something about Cyborg,
No. It was
the
about.
Atlanteans, Peter Bro.
Oh, what does Aquaman say to Batman? Like, and Batman says that's not the saying. It's the turned away.
Oh, he's
around.
like the strongest man is strong by himself, or something like that.
Yeah.
or
something along those lines.
strong man behind every strong woman.
No, it didn't have anything to do with a woman, but
No, he
it
was
was
just
like
like,
a strong man, strongest alone. I think
yeah,
it was.
a strong man is strongest alone, and he's trying to like.
But he said that's like the opposite.
Yeah, Batman's like that's the opposite. It's like the strong man is strongest.
Oh, all right. I thought he was saying like, cause you know that old saying like behind every strong man is a strong woman, which is pretty chauvinistic. But I figured it was like him saying the other way, because I figured his wife stepped in and kicked some ass.
Maybe it could be,
something.
but I think he just took it. I think like because Aquaman seems like he's a work alone type guy at this point in his life.
Saving sailors.
And I think like, and because obviously Batman is still trying. This could be early on in the movie when he's still trying to recruit everybody.
But
So
Momoa looks happy when he says it. He's smiling.
Yeah,
That's the scene
yeah, it
he's
could be.
smiling.
Or he could just be like kicking ass by himself at one point, and Batman's like, "Listen, we need to do this as a team. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just go rogue."
All right.
You know that.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
looks like Aquaman's gonna be the one that's gonna take a little more convincing to get him on the team.
Yeah, still don't know. I still don't have a read. Like, obviously, Flash is in right away, but I still don't have a read on Cyborg.
Yeah, because obviously we know Wonder Woman is in, like, she
Yeah.
understands what Bruce is doing and why they need to find these people. But yeah, you're right.
Is Cyborg kind of drony? He seems like he's acting with less emotion.
I don't know.
Except-
Maybe that could be like a choice by the actor. Like,
Yeah, it could
wanting
be.
to, like,
Could
harness his
Cyborg side.
yeah, cyborg side, his
robotic side.
his
yeah.
robotic side, exactly.
Maybe it could be something where he's a little robotic at the beginning, but into having a team and having friends, maybe he'll break out of his shell a little bit. Maybe something like that.
Yeah,
it
maybe,
could be. Yeah, it
maybe.
could be. Like, see that character arc going that way. Definitely.
In the comic books, like the Justice League comic books, and whenever he shows up randomly, he's not. When I read it, I don't read him as robotic.
That's it.
I read him as just one of the guys on the team.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm excited for it. It'll be fun. I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, and so this is obviously the last trailer because it comes out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. Real soon.
Yeah.
Can't get here soon enough.
Yeah, we don't need the freeze chamber anymore. I think I can wait.
Yeah, we're close. We can make this work.
But we do need the freeze chamber for The Last Jedi because I
Yeah, we
can't
do.
fucking wait for this movie. This trailer, I was crying by the third time I watched it. I was full on crying by the time.
Just so overcome with emotion.
There's something about this trailer. When I first saw this trailer in theaters, well, not this trailer, but when I saw the first Last Jedi trailer, the full one, in theaters when Wonder Woman was out, I was already super emotional because I knew I was going to see Wonder Woman. Like, that was supposed to be like a life-changing experience in theaters. When I fucking saw that on the big screen, like, I was fucking losing it. Like,
Yeah.
I was like tearing up, choking up, the whole bit. This one, forget it. I mean, you got and if anybody doesn't want to watch this trailer, just like, tune out now because we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
You got Kylo Ren with his finger on the trigger, ready to fucking what it looks like blow up Leia. Like,
I think there's a lot of misdirection in this trailer.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
think there's a lot of
but
misdirection.
the way they
in this
put it
trailer.
together, it was like a fucking art ball.
It was like its own movie.
Yeah. Adam? What was your biggest takeaway from this one?
My biggest takeaway is like, what the fuck, the direction of Kylo Ren and Rey. Like,
Yeah.
at the beginning, like, you go into the movie and you're thinking, all right, Kylo Ren's a bad guy, Rey's a good guy, but then it looks like they have so much trouble trying to figure out if they're on the dark or the light side. You're like, what the fuck is gonna happen? I didn't know this was gonna be a question going into this movie.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of what the plot is going to be, like the theme of the movie is going to be. You have Rey, who is probably begrudgingly to Luke, like he's training her. He probably doesn't want to.
Yeah, he's scarred from his last
Because
experience.
of exactly with Kylo and everything. So you have that, and he probably agrees to it. But then you see the terror on his face when that part where she puts her hand down on the rock surface,
Yeah.
and the rock starts
Yeah.
to rise, and then it cracks. Like, he knows that she has like this incredible power with the Force. Like, she has this incredible link with the Force, and he says like, I've seen this power before. I wasn't scared then. I am now.
Yeah.
Like, and so
Who
now
do you
that
think he's referring to?
Kylo, definitely Kylo Ren.
You think so?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Rey.
No. When he said he's like, I've seen this power before, and I wasn't scared then. And then it was a flashback to him crawling out of the rubble when his temple got torched. And he's like, I am now. Like, I'm scared of it now. Like, because he wasn't scared of it when he saw it in Kylo. He probably just thought it was like, he's amazing.
See, I took it as like he says that to her about her, and then they show her, and she looks despaired. Like, she looks like hurt that he said that to her.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, she could be hurt that she, like, because now he's probably like pushing her away.
Yeah.
I took it as like he saw
Yeah,
it
you're
once
probably
before in
right.
Kylo, and now he like sees it again, but now he's scared. Like, he's more reluctant to like give into it.
That's interesting because I saw it the way I just explained it. He was saying it to Rey, and then that made the whole last scene when Rey was looking for someone.
Exactly.
Like, he turned the back on her, and she's like, "Well, I need somebody to."
Exactly, to show her.
Yeah,
She said,
but
"Show."
I thought it was because he wouldn't train her because she was too powerful.
Yeah, I mean, and it could
don't
be.
know.
That's the way I took it. Adam, what does he say? What does she say to Kylo? Or what we think is she saying it to Kylo is like, I need someone to help me find my place in all this.
I need to. Yeah, she needs to find her place in all this, and unless I agree with Sean, that there's probably a lot of misdirection in this trailer.
Yeah, I don't think this is that.
He did that really well for The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But it does look like that scene is with Kylo and Rey, and they're kind of having a little moment, being like, "Hey, where do we fit in all this? We're both fucking troubled."
So I watched that one scene a couple times. I was trying to line up lighting, and the lighting doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
Kylo is incredibly yellow.
It's probably from two different scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
That's
I
what
think
I'm thinking.
and I think that there's a lot of that with the scene which you think he's gonna blow up the bridge on the ship that Leia's on.
Right. My whole thing with that is I bet he's about to, doesn't, and then somebody else blows her up, and that turns him good.
Yeah, or he has more conflicting emotions now. We see Snoke, all the illusion of Snoke is gone because we see he's just a person with a fucked up forehead.
Yeah.
Right, he's just
Well, he's normal size.
He's normal size.
We didn't even know what size he was before.
Yeah, we weren't sure because he was so menacing. So now you bring him down, but he's even more menacing now. He's got Rey. It's not even a forced choke anymore. It's like a. She's doing a forced
paralyzed.
limbo. Yeah, paralyzed. Yeah. Absolutely, just paralyzed, like stretched all the way backwards.
Oh, that's exciting stuff.
Let's talk about some of the vehicles we see in this trailer. So we see Kylo's TIE fighter, fucking badass.
That's a really
man,
badass.
that thing was awesome.
It reminds me, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but I believe it was from episode 2, The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You remember the ships that could fly, but they could also put their wings down and walk?
Yes.
Right?
Reminds you of that
You know
a
what I'm
little
talking
bit.
about?
Yeah,
Reminds me of
I
that a
can
little
see
bit.
that.
It had the same makeup. It has that sleek design, and then the wings come exactly.
Spears,
yeah. So it kind of reminded me of that. I believe
It's
that
almost
was
honestly, it's almost like a TIE Fighter X-Wing mix with the 2 points.
yes.
somewhere
Totally,
in
you're
the
totally
middle.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of like a mix between those.
Badass. The fucking those sounds. I'm talking about the sounds of the
TIE Fighter sounds.
Oh my god, the fucking best. There's
Iconic.
There's this really awesome. Someone did an animated short about a TIE Fighter pilot, and it's done to with a little bit of jazz and heavy metal. It's animated. It's on YouTube. Just look up. Just type TIE Fighter animated short. It's fucking awesome. But anyway, they have all those sounds in it. Oh, it's so cool. So cool.
It's awesome.
But yeah, and then the souped up AT-ATs.
So
at Walkers.
okay, here's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
They better fucking have some defense to tow lines.
Oh, they
Because if it's gone this far, and I want to see it.
Do you see the legs?
Yeah. Okay. So, but they have they're walking on their knuckles. It looks
Yeah,
Like. But,
so-
how does that defend it?
I don't know. Maybe they have an extra joint they can bend and get out of it, or something
Maybe.
just walk out of it,
Or just blades that go down
just
the
cut
sides.
it. Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure that that would be a gruel thing to address.
Yeah, I'd like to see them. I like to see the rebels try it again or something. Or I don't know.
It looks like those ships that are dragging the red smoke.
Yeah.
They look like they're probably.
Were they dragging red smoke? I was confused. Or was it hitting the terrain and the terrain was red? When
it could have been.
I
that,
thought it was
guess.
hitting the terrain.
Yeah, I
and
guess it could be the
terrain.
terrain. I guess that would make more
Dust was
sense.
coming up
That's what I thought, but I wasn't
think you're
sure.
right.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
You know how I was actually watching a YouTube video on the Marvel soundtrack and how much it's not there, but how you can recognize so many other trilogies and sagas.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Soundtrack.
Yeah.
You ever notice? Obviously, you have in Star Wars. They always change the same song over
and over again.
This was my favorite one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was struck by it.
Yeah.
That was one of the more emotional things about it was how well they changed. It was recognizable. It was the same beat the same melody. I'm not a music guy, rhythm, whatever.
Yeah.
That they've done 1,000 times before and changed it 1,000 times before, but they changed it once more, and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
When they're handing the lightsaber when she's handing the lightsaber to him or whatever.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, I thought it was.
They do such a good job with that. There's
So ridiculous.
the vinyl. I have a vinyl of episode 7, and they have Rey's theme on there because you already have Luke's theme. Luke has a sound to him already because from all the other movies.
Absolutely.
But Kylo's theme, you have Rey's theme, and you can really hear it. Anytime Rey's on screen or there's something going on with Rey's character, it's there. It may be a little changed up a little bit, but it's I know exactly what you're talking about. That was great.
Yeah.
So, and I watched it probably 40 times.
I watched
conservatively.
I watched it.
You know what I thought was the part where you see Finn fighting Phasma.
Oh, that's
It
right.
was cool. I had no idea she was going to be in the movie though.
Really? Oh, I had a feeling.
I was hoping she would be. She wasn't good enough. She wasn't enough in the last movie, in my opinion. And you know what's funny?
Well, they left it the last movie. They left her in a trash compactor on the planet that ended up exploding.
Yeah, but I think that
That's how they left it in The Force Awakens.
Yeah, but I mean,
But wasn't also General Hux on the planet that exploded?
Yeah.
No, he got away.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
right?
so if he got away, I guess you
So-
could say. I had a feeling she was going to be in
What
it.
I'm saying is he got away, but she was trapped and got away.
Yeah, but she's Captain Phasma. We'll see what she's capable of. Maybe when we see her in this, it'll make sense that like, oh, she got out of that. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
total
or
sense.
like she's like beams out. Hey, I'm in the trash compactor. Let me out
Yeah, it's true.
to my guy
Yeah.
up in the control tower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
All right.
I love that the baton is back, the stun baton.
That's awesome.
Fucking
From
most
the
bad.
Trader Hater.
Yeah, fucking
I
traitor.
Yeah.
Fucking love that.
You ever seen his name? It's like T8R,
Yeah,
H8R, whatever. I love that.
I
shit.
read there's a prequel, not a prequel. I guess it's a prequel. It's a prequel to episode 7.
Yeah.
And it
Oh, you
talks
told me
about,
about this.
they were friends when they were training from the First Order.
Trader.
Yeah, so that's why he had
Yeah.
like a grudge to. Yeah.
It was really funny. I watched this one and then I watched the Pacific Rim trailer after it,
Oh yeah.
and it was weird to see Boyega like in two different lights.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because like Finn is such like a, at least in Force Awakens, in my mind, he was like finding his way. Like he's kind of not childish, but like he's like, like enthralled with Poe and yada yada yada. But like in the other one, he's such a strong like
Leader.
Yeah,
He's Stacker Pentecost's son,
it's really fun.
who's a badass. He canceled the apocalypse, or so the
He
story's
did.
told. That's how I heard it.
Cancel it.
He canceled. He just canceled it.
It's canceled.
Sorry, guys. No
Yeah.
apocalypse tonight. Go home.
The one last thing I'll say about the not the Force Awakens, the Last Jedi trailer. Not a lot of Poe in it.
Not a lot of
No.
Poe, but he had a really good line.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
his line?
Be the spark that starts the flame that burns the First Order down, or something.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Adam? I didn't hear you.
Oh no, I just said he had he had some words. You know what I mean? He had
Yeah.
something to say. I don't remember, but yeah, that was badass.
Yeah. And his ship is always his X-wing is always getting blown up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It got blown up on
Such a
Jakku.
good pilot.
Yeah, always getting blown up.
His ratio is probably like, he's like killed 93 guys or whatever. He's probably like 1-to-1 on, planes lost or whatever.
Yeah. Poor Poe. But awesome fucking trailer. I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there because a lot of podcasts that I listen to that go over some movie stuff and pop culture and whatnot. They talk about trailers all the time. A lot of people didn't watch the Last Jedi trailer because they wanted to like go into it like totally
Yeah.
fresh.
Well, I don't disagree.
Exactly. I don't disagree. I couldn't do it. Personally, I couldn't do it. It's such a fucking good trailer. This is going to be a trailer that even because I think that they did enough misdirection, like you were saying, Sean, with this trailer, where it's
think,
not
yeah.
going to be like they're not going to telegraph the whole movie for us. They're going to.
I think this was a lot of like, let's show him some cool shit.
Yeah.
Let's pretend like we're showing them something important. But
Yeah.
we're not.
I think we should, after we see The Last Jedi, I'm assuming all together, I think that we should revisit this trailer. And this is going to be a trailer I watch from years from now. I'm going to be like, remember The Last Jedi trailer? How fucking awesome that trailer was? Yeah. Let's go back and watch that.
Yeah, let's watch this one together. Let's get tickets
Yeah.
for this.
It's definitely.
Okay.
Let's do it. Molly will be into it too.
Awesome. Yeah, Lindy will too. Lindy's souped about this, so awesome. Let's get into movie news.
What's our time at?
We're at 28 minutes.
Holy hell! All right, let's not go crazy here.
Yeah, no. Let's burn through these. So first up, Jared Leto is going to play Hugh Hefner in a Hugh Hefner biopic or biopic.
Still
even
haven't
though it's
decided.
definitely biopic.
We still haven't. This is biopic.
First of all, that was quick. That was quick.
That was exact. When I read that, I was like, that was quick, and then I saw, somebody wrote that was quick.
So
That was quick.
There's no details out about it. Do you think this was selected? Like, do you think they had this like thing rolling, and
Yeah.
now they're like, we need to like maybe they had Jared Leto for a little while, and
Yeah,
they're like,
maybe.
all right, we're gonna put this out there, because there's no way he dies, and then literally less than a week later, they're like, let's make a Hugh Hefner biopic. Jared Leto's gonna
Wait,
be our
who's
guy.
who's like producing it? It's probably Jared Leto producing it.
No, I don't think he's
Probably like,
producing
fuck it, I'm gonna be Hugh Hefner, making a movie, put it
That,
out.
that could be. I don't know the details behind it, but we do know that Jared Leto will be playing Hef. And I wasn't sure if he was just going to be in it, but he is playing Hugh Hefner. So,
Okay.
Hugh Hefner, Jared Leto.
Sound good? I'm in.
Glass has begun filming.
I saw that.
So this was one of our first movie club,
It was
right? Was
the combo of Unbreakable and Split.
So very cool that this has already begun filming. I'm assuming we'll see an end of 2018 release date for this. If
Would
not,
hope
maybe,
so.
Yeah, or early 2019.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. I had no idea I was going to start this quick. Just that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
Next up on
Yeah, I feel like Split just came out.
Yeah, I mean it did.
Right?
I mean it was
2016.
It was it 2016 or was it this year, early this year?
I think it was 2017.
Was it?
Someone look that up. Someone fact check
I
that.
got it right now. 2016.
Was it
Okay.
2016? Wow, that was quick. Okay, 2016. What would you know what month? It was the end of last year, right?
Yeah.
Last quarter.
Whoa.
You have to look that up.
It says split 2016, and then it says January 20th, 2017.
Oh.
Here, look.
Well, maybe like the world premiere was in. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So end of like.
It says USA, so it must have been 2017.
All right. So 2017, end of 2016, 2017,
It did
and
well
now they're
enough.
already filming. Yeah, now they're already filming Glass. But it also seemed like M Night Shyamalan had all his ducks in a row for Glass for a while now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So I think that he was just like ready to pull the trigger, and I think as soon as Split started doing it, did pretty well for it that type
Pretty
of
sure it
movie.
did well, yeah.
So
Not as well as it, though.
no, definitely not as well as it. It's the number one horror movie of all time,
And
right?
Split is thriller horror, but yeah, number one horror movie.
But yeah, so now they're doing Glass, so that's pretty cool. And M Night Shyamalan seems very jazzed up about it. So if he's jazzed up about something, I'm jazzed up about it as well. So up next here, just a little something that I picked up on. Sonic the Hedgehog is getting a movie.
Okay.
Landed at Paramount. Tim Miller is the executive producer, who we know actually crushed it last year with Deadpool. So they're saying it's going to be a combination of live action, CGI animation. That might be pretty cool.
So, like, what is that going to look like?
I don't know.
I mean, like,
I think it's going to be like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
all right.
Like
so,
that's the gold standard for CGI in live action, right?
So, like, the fat, I guess so. So, like, the fat, orange-haired dude, evil dude's going to be human, and then there's going to be, like, a...
Could be. Yeah, Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah,
Could be. And then you got Tails and you got Knuckles and all those characters. This could be good. I think that I don't know much about Jeff Fowler, who's going to be directing it, but Tim Miller, executive producing it. I think he'll probably put together a good cast of like cinematographer, director, writers, and things like that will make it the best that it can be. I don't know how good it can be. It might end up being more a kid's thing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I'm looking up just right now. I typed in, and there's apparently a huge Wikipedia of it, but list of films with live action and CGI.
Really?
Huge Wikipedia,
Can you,
or
can
at
you
least
read, can you
animation.
read some off?
Kill Bill Volume 1. Scooby-Doo.
What's Kill Bill?
Team America, apparently. So I don't really know what this means. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There's CGI and
Kill
live
Bill,
animation.
Kill Bill Volume 1 had the flashback to
Yeah, and it was kind of like a comic type thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's really just including everything that you really use is like
Wall-E, apparently. So it's a very loose.
yeah, but how I see it as
Scott
it's
Pilgrim
going to
versus
be
the World. That's a good that's a good comparison.
But I see it like I said, I see it how like it's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I see like cartoon characters mixing it up with just real life actors.
Yep.
Or even like Ted.
Oh,
yeah.
Ted. I mean Ted the fucking teddy bear.
Ted or Jungle Book. But like
There you go.
to me it's like who plays the human in Sonic? That's my question, I guess. That's my actual question. Is who's
Also,
gonna
the
be,
Curious
like-
George movie was like that as well.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
So there you go. So yeah,
Stuart Little?
yeah. So who knows?
Stuart
But-
Little. Now we know them all. Apparently.
This will be the first time Sonic the Hedgehog is in a movie. Is in a movie itself. I used to love the fucking cartoon back in the day.
Didn't watch the cartoon, but I was obsessed with the game. I sucked at it.
Oh,
Couldn't be level 1.
Sonic the game was so fun and so hard. Me and my brother were.
I'm sure I just sucked at it. I'm sure plenty of people are good at it, but I just sucked at it.
I like the cartoon because Sonic and Ninja Turtles was like my jam back in the day for two main reasons.
I was
Ninja
Street
Turtles,
Sharks.
the Ninja Turtles I like Street Sharks too. The Ninja Turtles liked pizza, and Sonic the Hedgehog only ate chili dogs.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
So fucking imagine
Personal
kids
heroes?
being like, "I want to run fast.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just have
give me the
chili
chili
dogs. Give me
dogs."
the chili dog." Yeah, all he would eat is chili dogs. So that's so cool. So I like that. Sonic the Hedgehog, my hero, and obviously the Ninja Turtles are still only eating pizza. So yeah, didn't play out well for me. Next up, Adam, did you put this on here?
Yeah, I did. I saw this floating around on the internet last week that Daniel Craig is quote unquote in talks to play Mr. Sinister in the Gambit movie opposite Channing Tatum.
As Gambit. Channing
No.
Tatum's Gambit.
Yeah,
Right.
Channing Tatum as Gambit. Yeah, this totally fell off my radar. I forgot it was even a thing. Channing Tatum being Gambit. I I didn't see it like catching fire because how much did Daniel Craig get? $100 million for the next Bond?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I don't know if he's, I don't know if there's any truth to this. If he's gonna do Bond for 100 mil and then,
Well, but
I
he-
don't think Marvel or Fox can match that payday.
No. But he was sick of James Bond, and it was like, oh, I just want to come back if there's money.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
also assume that the people who put together his contract for James Bond would maybe allow for him to be in other movies if that's what he wants to do. Like, give him more of
Definitely.
his schedule. But also, if he's only in James Bond movies, I think he can work to be in a couple other movies.
Yeah.
Adam, do you know anything about Mr. Sinister? I really don't know anything about this character.
Me neither.
Gambit's
Yeah.
my
No,
favorite.
He's a bad guy.
I'm a big fan of Gambit.
Growing up, Gambit was my favorite. I think there was an X-Men game, and I always played Gambit.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I just love the fact that he was throwing cards, and they were...
The classic arcade game, the
Yeah.
4-player arcade game.
Oh,
He was the
Gambit.
best
Boom,
character.
boom.
Yeah.
Loved Gambit. He was my favorite. I don't know shit about any of the comics or anything about him. But.
So
I don't know about Mr. Sinister, but he's the villain, I assume.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Okay, so that'd be pretty cool. I like how you spelled Tatum. Tate Yum.
Tate.
Tatyum.
Up next, Jamie Lee Curtis is being brought back for the new Halloween movie that's being made. They're also casting like almost everybody that was in the first one that didn't get killed.
Nice.
Like in the
Oh,
original
really?
one. Yeah, that's what it seems like. And the way Hollywood handled it, I'm fucking really excited to see how they're going to handle a property like Halloween, which is
I was
like
going to say, this is kind of it style. Like,
yeah, like
growing up, they're all more growing up, and they're coming back visiting. Yeah.
yeah. So this is going to be interesting because Halloween and Mike Myers
Classic.
is a classic. And this is like right up there. This is Freddy Krueger. This is Jason. This is
Was this Jamie
Pennywise
Lee-
the Clown.
Was this Jamie Lee Curtis's like breakout?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah, I
so.
think so.
I
Yeah,
think so too.
this is where everybody like remembers
Her
her
real
first.
breakout was in True Lies, right, Sean?
I
I
fucking
don't,
love that movie.
I don't think so, but that's a great movie.
I love that movie.
fucking love that movie.
So yeah,
do it.
she's
Do
being,
some mo.
she's being brought back for the new Halloween movie. I'm really excited about this. I would assume they're going to handle this with care, just how Hollywood and the people behind it handled it with care. The remake of that being a cult classic, so I'm excited. Definitely excited for that.
This isn't a remake, is it?
No, it's going to be. It's not a remake. It's a. I went on Facebook today and there was a post about it.
Yeah.
And someone below was like, "Oh, another reboot," and some guy was like, "It's not a reboot," and went on this fucking tear. And I was like, and then so I went underneath it and I just wrote ... reboot, just to like bust balls. So no, it's going to be like some kind of sequel, with one of the Halloween movies. So, yeah. In terrible news, Fast 9's been delayed to 2020.
I gotta wait 3 years before I watch it.
Adam, what's your take on? So the reason why this is happening is because Hobbs is doing The Rock is doing the Hobbs movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you think
Basically,
about this, Adam? What's your take?
I mean, I'm a little upset about the Fast movie being delayed, but we're still getting something in its place.
Yeah, I know, but
it'll be a spawn of. I'm sure it'll be close.
I feel like that with this movie, they're gonna absolutely get away from the heart and soul of the Fast universe, which they're already kind of getting away from it, which is cars. I feel like this is gonna be the end of. Not the end of it, probably for the Fast movies, but with this movie, it's going to be a spiritual sequel or spin-off, whatever. But it's not going to have like tuner cars.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's not gonna be anybody fixing jet ski races.
Yeah. No, definitely not. For me, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed that they can't figure out a way to like keep the Fast movie on track and do this movie.
Yeah.
You know. But Vin Diesel is the man behind this. Honestly, I was reading about it. He's kind of like I think he's executive producing or producing it.
Really?
Yeah, he's kind of like
he's okay with it. Like
So
he's
why
not
isn't
throwing a
Tyrese
fit
chirping?
Like Tyrese is.
Why isn't Tyrese chirping?
I don't know.
Tyrese is pissed. He has to make his paycheck stretch out now
yeah,
to 2020.
yeah. That's probably true.
You guys see that video that The Rock posted?
Yes.
On Instagram, like sort of busting Tyrese's balls. I was dying. It was hysterical.
Did you see it?
No.
It was like a WWE promo.
Oh, it absolutely was. It was like 2002 Rock.
Really?
yeah.
It was. So he puts this. Oh, actually, I might be able to play it for you guys right now. Hold on.
yeah, it's only like a minute
I'm
long.
gonna
Play
play
it.
out Rock Tyrese.
He's looking. He's getting some gray in the beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right here. I'm gonna bring it up right now.
So anyway, I
just saw the one pose.
So Tyrese posted this, and he in the comments he put, "Haters come in many forms. In my Kanye voice, Black Rose is one of the greatest R&B soul albums of all time." So anyway, Tyrese put out an album called Black Rose, and this is The Rock's review of it.
Tyrese.
Just a little quick shout out to Tyrese, his new album, Black Rose. I just heard it. I literally just heard it. I heard the whole thing in my trailer, and I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it, right? They look at all. Everyone's like, "Yeah, big piece of dog shit." Shouldn't be called Black Rose. It should be called big piece of black dog shit. That's what it should be called. Not even the hard, dried up dog shit for 7 days. It's the soft dog shit. It's like baby shit. It's like that. That's what the album is like. And I never want to hear it again. And I'm never gonna fucking forgive him for wasting my time. That is time I will never get back. It's like dog shit is in my ear, motherfucker.
Drops a hard ER motherfucker at the end.
He does. Holy shit.
Sorry, Adam, you might not have been able to hear that.
Honestly,
I
no,
had
the
to play it on my
fact
computer.
that the fact that Tyrese posted that, it's feeling a little WWE to me.
Yeah, I think it's probably just a way to drum up album sales, but it also helps that Tyrese already had like a little scuffle with The Rock. I think that underneath here, I think that Vin Diesel probably pulled Tyrese in on his leash and was like, "Hey, buddy, this is gonna help all of us.
Yeah.
Stop being an idiot. Let Rock do this. He's fucking steroids for movie franchises.
Yeah, he is.
Let him do it."
Even though don't Vin Diesel and Dwayne not really get along?
Yeah, they don't. Well, they didn't get along while they filmed the last one, but I think that they're probably just happy that they make so much money together that they can just. I'm sure Vin Diesel can just overlook
I think they got over it real quick when their paychecks came in.
Yeah, I think they're right, and also now they're not working together with each other every day. I think
if you think about artistic differences, this gives Dwayne Johnson a way to do his own thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Maybe Dwayne hates the cars.
He could.
And Dwayne's done with the cars.
It's just gonna turn into a Mission Impossible.
It's gonna be with trains instead. They're gonna soup up trains and race them.
The Rock has always loved trains. Everybody knows that. What else we got here? What about this? Oh, so The Rock and Statham are getting the spinoff. It's gonna be called Hobbs, I think. Right now, the working title is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Adam, you want to take this next one?
Yeah, Jenny Slate, I know her as Mona Lisa Saperstein from Parks and Rec, has been officially cast in the Venom movie. So it seems like this cast is growing a little bit more. So we've got Tom Hardy, we've got Riz Ahmed, we've got who was the one last week? She's in Blue Valentine.
Michelle Williams.
Yes.
Michelle Williams, and now Jenny Slate. That's a pretty good cast to start off a Sony's new franchise with.
Yeah, we have no castings. We have a castings of these people, but we don't know who they're playing. Right. Besides, we know Tom Hardy is Venom.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. And that movie should be going in production soon, shouldn't it? It's supposed to be coming out about a year from now.
It seems like it's going in under the radar. It seems like it's kind of like there's so much stuff going on in the DC universe and in Marvel that it's kind of going in under the radar as one of the spinoffs. So I'm still excited for this. I love Jenny Slate. I've seen her in a couple movies now, but she's still her best role as Mona Lisa Saperstein.
Oh, hilarious.
She's really funny.
And Ben Schwartz, who plays John Ralphio.
Oh, they're fucking unbelievable. He used to drive me nuts.
In Parks and Rec?
I used to fucking couldn't stand him. But then when I don't know, it was something weird. It was like when you met his sister and they were together, I was like, oh, okay, it's just, I don't know. Absolutely absurd. They were absurd.
From Parks and Rec, I would have watched a Saperstein spin-off show. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I would have also watched, Jen Barkley. We're getting off track here, but Jen Barkley, the political, the campaign manager.
Oh yeah, hilarious.
I would watch a show with just her. She was so funny.
She's the one that tries to get Adam Scott to go to Washington successfully.
Oh yes, and she's
she's like totally blunt and just a bitch.
She's in Step Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yes. She was great too. Yeah,
So
she's really
funny.
funny. So that's cool. Jenny Slate joining the Venom movie. Kate Winslet joins the Avatar universe, which begs the question: when is Leonardo DiCaprio joining the Avatar universe? James Cameron's getting the whole band back together.
The whole band.
The whole band.
It does have an eco friendly message.
It does. Leonardo DiCaprio likes that.
Yes, he does. Big fan of the green.
Hey, Sean, that's a good. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
Heard it here
that's a
first.
really good. That's a really good.
That
thing.
said it,
Yeah.
not me.
So yeah, Kate Winslet's joining Avatar universe. She's gonna be a blue person, I assume. She's gonna be put into a blue body, right?
Oh, probably.
I would think you get Kate Winslet. You've got yourself a bad bitch on your hands. Maybe she's gonna be the head cheese of some other corporation. It's like, hey, we're just gonna come here and
That's true.
burn all.
It's pretty cool. Giovanni Ribisi didn't cut it the last time, right? Wasn't it him? He was like the boss.
Yeah.
Giovanni Ribisi. Shout out to the Bad Batch. He didn't cut it in the last one, so now they're gonna bring in Kate Winslet, the big guns. That's also a good call. I like it.
Yep. Could be his mom.
So, not spoilers here, or I mean, if you haven't seen Avatar yet, you're an idiot.
It's not your own fault.
Yeah, it's your own fault. So Jake Sully, and Sigourney Weaver, they're stuck in the blue bodies, right?
Well, I guess you could say stuck. I think they won.
No, they
Sigourney
transferred
Weaver's
the consciousness into the blue body.
Yeah,
right.
Do you want to say stuck? Is that
well,
the word?
Sigourney Weaver is there because her other body died.
Right.
She died.
So this is a good. I mean,
it's good for her.
I guess I don't know.
So is there going to be people in these next Avatar movies going into blue bodies? Is that still going to be a program thing, or is that going to be done?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
That's a good
I
question.
don't know anything about this.
That's a good question. I don't know. I just thought of that. Because that was one of the more compelling things about the first one is like they could go in undercover and become the people of
Literally the name.
Yeah.
Avatar.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yes.
Becoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like.
Very good call, Sean. Good call. Good call.
It's not like the blue people are called the avatars.
Yeah.
That's true. Good call. And last up on movie news, we have.
Is this good or bad?
No, I was just cheering though.
Thought Cam Newton scored.
No.
Get out of here. All right. So is this good or bad? Ridley Scott says the next Alien movie might not have aliens.
Bad. That's bad.
Adam, is this good or bad?
I don't think it's. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's not good.
I'm gonna say it's bad, and I'm also gonna say this is false.
Yeah.
I think this is Ridley Scott just being a real dick. He's flexing with Blade Runner being so cool. It's not doing well at the box office, but he's just fucking flexing on people. Because the first movie nobody liked because it talked about. When I say first movie, I'm talking about Prometheus, like this new trilogy of alien movies that's coming out. People didn't like it because it was did he just run it in?
Yeah.
Cam Newton just ran in and touched it.
I know. All I'm watching.
Oh, you
He's
son
speaking
of
of
a
flexing
bitch.
on people.
Son of a bitch. We're in a fantasy league. I don't like it. I'm playing Adam. He has Cam Newton. Okay. So anyway, he's flexing right now. In the first movie, Prometheus, people didn't like it because they talked too much about like the existential question of like who made us, why? You know what I mean? Like that whole thing. He wanted to change it up. People didn't like it. So then in Covenant, he brought back a more traditional alien movie. People didn't like it. So now he's like, there's no aliens in the third one. There's gonna just be no aliens.
Yeah.
So I think he's just busting balls.
Which I'm all about.
Prometheus was it's connected, but it's not intended to be an alien movie. You know what I mean? You don't even get one until like literally the last frame of the movie.
Yeah, but you still get you get the face huggers, you get you get like the nuances of it. Well, not even the face huggers, the whatever you want to call them, like serpents.
Right.
Yeah.
But you get like but for him to say there's going to be no aliens in the third one, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you're right. He probably is just busting balls.
He absolutely is. Like I can picture really because when I was at South by this year, they showed like a sneak peek of Alien Covenant, and they also showed the original 1979 Alien in theaters, which was so fucking cool. But he came on stage and he was so fucking cocky and so sarcastic. Like I could picture him like in passing, like some reporter being like Ridley, like what's gonna happen in the next Alien movie? And he's like, oh, there's gonna be no aliens.
No aliens.
Yeah, there's gonna be no aliens. I could picture him saying that. So
when I saw this news, I hadn't heard of it until I saw it on here. But when I saw it, I was like, huh, and I was pretty excited because I took that as maybe we'll get more David.
Oh, why?
Because David is an amazing character, and that's just not just the man crush talking.
No, well, it might be a little bit. Let's be honest.
He said not just. He did admit he was there.
But let's be honest. If there's no aliens, if for some fucking odd reason there's no aliens in the next Alien movie, we know that it's going to be focused on David. It has to be.
Has to be.
So, because David is the most compelling character in the Alien franchise since Ripley and since the Xenomorph. So
Yeah, it would be really interesting if David and Ripley and a young Ripley cross paths at one point. I don't know. No, you know what? Actually, I don't think the times line up at all.
I don't know
They
how that
might.
works.
They might actually.
Maybe.
Just because David is really timeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it could be. Do you think we pick up where we left off with Daniels in Tennessee?
I want Daniels in Tennessee in the next one, but I don't know. I don't know how Danny makes it.
Yeah, I get a feeling it's gonna pick up how we found Elizabeth Shaw in this one, from Prometheus to this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But anyway, so that's it. Overall, that's bad, but this is probably just fucking.
Probably bad, but bullshit.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Let's move on.
Oh, Matt. You know what? You shattered my world.
What?
You shattered my world.
What?
He brought back 2 humans, and he had 2 face huggers.
What do you mean?
In
David,
Prometheus?
at the end of Alien Covenant.
Oh, did he had 2 face huggers?
He had 2 when he spits them up and puts them in like the cryo tray.
Oh,
with
you're
the embryo.
absolutely right. Yep, he did.
So he's gonna turn the both of them into what he did with Shaw to create the Xenomorphs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yep. So there are going to be aliens in the next one. You heard it here first.
The Xenomorphs are from humans?
Yeah, they're created
Yes.
from humans.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them.
You didn't see Covenant?
No.
Oh, sorry.
That's why
care.
in Covenant he creates them, but they're called something else.
Yeah,
because-
neomorphs.
Neomorphs. Yeah, they when they bond or whatever with whatever's on that planet, it's the results aren't as good. It doesn't yield the perfect organism.
Yeah, with the those people, not the humans, but the
Engineer.
Yes, the engineers. Yeah.
And whatever wildlife was there too, I got to imagine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you. Yeah, definitely.
I need some predators in these movies.
Alien vs Predator. They released a poster for the new Predator movie. Did you see that today?
No.
It's fucking.
Did they?
It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah,
it?
it's like lightning coming down from the sky, and the lightning is in the shape of the Predator like face profile. It's pretty cool. You guys should check it out. You should look it up. There's nothing else. Like there's not. But there.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, see that? Pretty cool.
That's cool.
Adam, check it out. That's right up your alley.
All right,
I think Mondo needs to get a hold of that
Oh yeah.
and do a print. So again, what are we watching? Sean, what are you watching?
I'm watching The Good Doctor. Have you heard of it?
I have. It's extremely sad.
You've seen it.
I saw the first episode. Yeah.
It's very sad. I was told I was going to cry every episode.
Yeah. Well,
And I didn't cry once, but it was sad.
it was very sad.
And I feel like for me, I enjoyed it, but guiltily. Like I wasn't
How so?
I'm not really happy that I enjoyed it. Not happy. I don't know. I just wouldn't recommend it. I don't know. It's just like Grey's Anatomy meets House.
Okay.
Like savant doctor, but everybody's screwing behind the scenes of an operation.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Like,
Right, yeah.
where is she? She's an operation. And it's like, then the person leaves and she pops up in the bed, like, oh, they were just having sex.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Grey's Anatomy. So like, when I go to the doctor's office and my doctor's late, now I'm gonna know what these do. Now
They're having
what they're
sex.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It just drives me nuts. But then I don't know. I just need more of him, and I don't know. We threw it on, and I liked it, but wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I started watching Rick and Morty again. I haven't seen any of the third season yet.
Have you guys seen the fucking outrageousness coming from McDonald's with the Szechuan sauce coming out?
Ridiculous. I'm Pickle Rick.
A pickle bread.
That's from the third season. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I need to start watching the third season.
I know.
But now, so McDonald's is bringing back the sauce for a longer run this winter.
This winter. Yeah. Well, they would be stupid not to.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other day I was at my parents' house hanging out. My parents are away, so I'm watching the dogs. And I threw on one of the dumber Pirates movies. Couldn't even tell you which one. But
Explain what happens, and I'll tell you which one it is.
So I really just wanted to talk about this. I didn't watch the whole movie.
Okay.
But I come in and like, Johnny Depp's walking around the room, getting not interrogated, but questioned by like the king, in his banquet hall, and he's like walking around, just moving things around,
Yeah.
planning his escape, and then
Yeah,
Jeffrey
yeah.
Rush walks in. It was so bad.
It's the third one. It's at World's End.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's so.
Really? You think it's bad?
That scene was bad.
I don't know.
Like Jeffrey Rush is like, you have to put him in shackles. He's gonna get away, and then. The Fat King's like, right in the middle of my palace? Like, I don't even know. And he's like, not possible. And then, like, sure enough, he gets it. He gets away in some ridiculous routine, which is the coolest part, because it's like, it's basically just Mousetrap, but with a pirate escaping.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, Jeffrey Rush looks at the king, and the king goes, he got away. And then Jeffrey Rush goes, I'll take care of it. And they go back to the king, and the king just has this doofy smile with two thumbs up. He's like,
oh, I don't remember this. So I have to go back.
bad radio. But
I don't
it's just
remember
like,
him.
like thumbs up, like squinty eyes, smile. It's like ridiculous. It's terrible.
I don't remember the king acting in that scene, but I do remember the scene. I
Oh
believe
my
it's
God.
from World's End, which is the third one.
I don't know. And then I've been watching a new YouTuber that I found courtesy of Nerd Rider because he recommended him, called Every Frame a Painting.
Okay.
And that was like kind of the video I was talking about earlier with talking about the soundtracks of Marvel. There's a lot of movie stuff, not just like cinematography or stuff, but it's really good. I'm really into these YouTubers. I'm like the hip kids now.
Nice, yeah, all the hip kids. Rice Gum and who's the other one? The kids
Hacker
like
Man?
I don't know Hacker Man.
Every
I know
kid
Jake
asks you,
Paul.
You know Hacker Man? I'm like, I don't know. And then some of that kid goes, you already asked him that. I'm like, whatever.
Adam, what are you watching?
So I watched Colossal with Anne Hathaway and Jason Sudeikis.
Was that good?
Not what I expected.
What'd you expect?
It was it's got a twist to it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it. You see it?
No, I haven't.
Sean, have you seen it?
No.
It's not what you expect. It's not what I expected when I saw it too.
So the big
No.
twist isn't that she controls it.
No, she does. That's
No,
not the twist.
that Sean, you're right. That's not the big twist. You find out relatively early that she controls
Well, I
that
hope
thing.
so. I found out in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do. You find out early, but there's more to it.
So what's the big twist? Because I don't feel like watching it.
Adam, go
Okay,
for it.
so Jason Sudeikis is someone. She moves back home because she breaks up. Her boyfriend dumps her because she's an alcoholic and she's a mess. And she figures this out that she goes to this park at a certain time and she becomes this monster in Seoul. And it happened when she was a little kid too. It's just there were no cameras around and shit, so nobody really knew. It was everyone just thought it was a hoax. And so she gets drunk all the time with Jason Sudeikis and two of his friends, and they do it again. And she's drunk at the playground and she falls down, and like the monster falls down in Seoul and kills a bunch of people, crushes a bunch of buildings, kills a bunch of people. And so she wakes up the next day, and the headlines are not that. The headlines are that there's a monster and a giant robot, and Jason Sudeikis is the giant robot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And,
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
And so whatever's going on is going on with only them. And then you find out how it is because it's something when they were little. And then, you think it'd be somewhat of a little bit of a love story between Jason Sudeikis and Anne Hathaway. Did you get that sort of vibe in the trailer?
Yeah, I guess.
It's not. He punches her at one point in the movie.
Yeah, he's a real dick.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
a real dick. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, when they were kids, like this is spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Colossal, but when they're kids, she has like this school project. They're like walking to school in the only area where this stuff happens, where they are standing. Like
Yeah.
it's like a sandbox area.
So every time they enter it.
Yeah, every time they enter it, the thing appears, and so she's trying to he figures out he can do it, and like she shows up one day and he's just like stomping around the sandbox, like killing a bunch of people.
He uses it against her. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't do this for me, I'll go kill everybody in this city.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, it's fucking not great. He's not a good look for Jason Sudeikis.
Wait,
No.
when he's younger, he figures
No.
out?
So when they're younger, the reason why it happens is like there's a day it's a storm, and like she has a school project that like flies
I
over a
gotcha.
fence.
Yeah.
And so he goes and gets it for her, right, Adam? And then he stomps on it and like destroys
Yeah,
it.
he goes and gets it for her, and she follows, but he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And he finds the project and he stomps it out, and she sees the whole thing, but he doesn't. But he doesn't see her.
I
Yeah.
see.
And
And
like
they both get struck by lightning, and that's
in their
that's what happens.
backpacks, there's a monster and a robot. Like he's the robot, she's the monster.
I see.
Yeah.
Got it.
And like there's a lot of deeper meaning to it.
Yeah.
And things like that.
All right.
Yeah. It's definitely not what I thought, but I mildly enjoyed it. I'll say, yeah. So.
Thumbs medium.
It's a thumbs medium for me.
Yeah.
Right.
What else you watching?
I've also been watching Gossip Girl with my girlfriend Jen. There's a lot of betrayal in it, and there's like these high school kids. They got a lot of money.
In a show called Gossip Girl, there's betrayal. Shocking.
There's a lot of gossip. First of all, son of a bitch. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, is that a yes? Oh, I'm behind. I love it. Yes.
Jake Elliott kick a field goal.
Hey, yeah. Now it's just a passing touchdown, not a rushing touchdown.
But yeah, it's okay. She's like burns through it, and I don't really watch that much. And I'll hop in here and there, and it's interesting watching it that way.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't watch it without her. Yep. I'm sure you don't catch up.
I don't.
Yep.
Hey, Adam, what was that show we used to watch all the time before Raw?
Before Raw.
I remember back in the day. This is like probably 2009, 2010. It was like this show that was on before Raw on Mondays. It was like a bunch of like little girls in high school like gossiping and fucking drama and all that shit.
What?
Adam, you definitely know what I'm talking about.
Wait, what show?
Secret Life of American Teenager?
Yes. Remember we used to watch that. That was before NCIS used to be on before Raw.
Yeah, there was a lot of drama in that show.
A lot of drama in that show. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't on USA, but we used to watch it.
I've also been watching The Mick. It's on Fox. I mentioned this before. I just want to mention this one funny part. I was like, it had me cracking up all night last night. So Mickey, played by Dee from Sunny, I forget her real name. She takes these 3 overprivileged rich kids from Greenwich, Connecticut, with her boyfriend. She takes them to apple picking, and she's busting their balls about not being able to enjoy it. And she's like, "Hey, Jimmy," it's the boyfriend's name. Where's the cooler? Did you bring any beer? He's like, "No, I thought there'd be a beer guy." And an apple. I was dying. I thought it was. I didn't expect that.
That's funny. Is that what that snap came from the other day? Where the guy like feels the statue.
Feels the statue. Shit. What was that from?
Yeah, I think it was the Mick. It had Elizabeth Olsen in it, whatever her name is, something Olsen.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
everybody's looking at him like all weird. I don't know. Sorry, didn't mean to kill the vibe.
No. I don't think it was that show. I don't think it was that show. So now I can't. So I watched something else and I can't remember what it was.
Were you watching Sunny?
No, it wasn't Sunny. Sorry, that was Vice Principals.
Oh, that's right. She wasn't in. Why did I think she was in that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Vice Principal. Yeah, that was Vice Principal. It was what's his name?
Lee Russell. Walton Goggins.
Yeah, Walton Goggins. That's right.
And I saw Blade Runner on Saturday.
Nice.
Yes. So I also saw Blade Runner. Did you not see it yet?
I might see that tomorrow.
Okay. We need to do a little spoiler cast on Blade Runner once you see it, Sean.
Okay, yeah, we won't say anything until
we're not gonna say anything now. It was awesome. It was fucking really good.
So
really
I heard it was
enjoyed
long.
It's very long. It's noticeably long.
Slow pacing or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, pack a lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's noticeably long. Yeah. Probably could have been a little tighter. Who you got there, Sean? Kicker?
Yeah. 410, come on.
Matt, what are you watching?
So I also saw Blade Runner 2049 with my pop. I'm still watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. Really enjoying that. I got Guardians on Blu-ray, Guardians 2, which is the opening to this show.
I thought it was the second one because
yeah.
I remember
I also watched some of the deleted scenes. Really enjoy that movie. It's James Gunn is one of the best Marvel directors they have right now, and I'm so glad he's coming back for the third Guardians movie.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. I watched Rambo: First Blood for the first time.
Really? The first time?
Really?
For the first time. I had no idea that it was so deeply entrenched in like PTSD and like people like hating our soldiers from coming back from war.
Yeah.
Had no idea it was that deep.
Yeah.
So I've seen some of the other Rambo movies, but I've never seen the first one. So really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed that. It was so ridiculous, over the top. Some of the scenes too. Loved it. Yeah. Adam and I both read the span of Batman comics they just came out with called The War of Jokes and Riddles. It was probably the best 6 or 7 book stretch of comics that I've ever read.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
It was amazing.
So, Sean, just so you know, so going into this, Batman had proposed to Catwoman. Selena Kyle. And then, right, Adam, it goes right into this pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't get an answer.
You don't get an answer, and then he's like telling. There's like a back and forth between him like in bed with Selena Kyle through this whole series, telling the story of like the year after, like the first year he became Batman. There was this big war between the Riddler and the Joker, and like all the villains split down the middle and took sides. Besides Catwoman, she didn't have a side; she was just like off doing her own thing. But they like took sides and they fucking duked it out in Gotham City. Like,
what, he's telling the story?
Yeah, Batman's telling the story, and like he's telling the story about how. So anyway, at the end of it, he's like down to he like played them against each other. He was on the Riddler's side for a little bit. Batman like trying to like stop the war from happening, like helping one side beat the other so it would end. And then at the end, like he's like, because he's telling the story because he wanted to let Selena Kyle know like what kind of person he is, and like he like almost snapped at the end and almost killed the Riddler.
Yeah.
But the Joker
tried to kill the Riddler.
Tries to kill the Riddler with a knife, like stab him, and the Joker, because the Joker at this point he can't laugh for some reason. There's like he's just like
crushed. He can't laugh. He doesn't laugh at all the whole run.
He's like telling jokes, but he can't laugh, and like the Riddler's telling riddles all the time, and he's just like not. He's just like stone face, and then he reaches in and like stops the knife with his hand. The knife goes through his hand, and he just like he's like, this is hilarious, and he just like starts dying laughing because he's talking about how like
he's saving.
It drove Riddler. Batman all this way, like this whole war between them, and it took Batman like to his like bitter end.
Yeah,
and then like Wow. So and it was awesome. The writing was fantastic. There's a 5-day war. A 5-day battle between Deadshot and Deathstroke.
Really?
Just them two duking out for like 5 or 6 days.
Shit.
It's fucking cool.
It's badass.
And really well written and really well drawn. What'd you say?
Sean, you know how that battle ends?
No.
Batman kicks both their asses.
Yeah. Just kicks both their asses.
Really?
Yeah,
just
absolutely. Yeah. Just kicks Deathstroke and Deadshot. Just fucking just kicks both their asses. It's hilarious. And then I watched this very awesome interview with Daisy Ridley that Vogue did. And Vogue does these really cool interviews. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're almost scripted. There's 73 questions, and it's like a moving camera. Like the camera is the interviewer, but it's like meant to be like it's first person. Like I'm here with Daisy Ridley, and like you follow her around. Like in this, you're following her around her hotel room in New York. And she's just answering questions, but they're so like she doesn't think about the questions. It's not like a normal interview. Like she knows the questions, so it's like. This was scripted, but it's her answers, and it's put into this like nice little like video, and it's like 5 minutes long.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's searched on YouTube. It's Daisy Ridley, 73 questions with Daisy Ridley. It's done by Vogue. Really fucking awesome. She's so charming, and I fucking love Daisy Ridley.
Yeah,
this was really good. So check that out.
Sweet.
I think that's it. We went a little long, an hour and 7 minutes.
That's not our longest.
Yeah, no, it's not our longest. We brought it back because we started movie news at 28 minutes, so that's pretty good. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
It was a big week. It was a big week.
It was a fucking huge week.
It was.
Yeah.
All I have to say to add is join us on the movie club. Coming up next.
Yes. Join us on the movie club. And remember, you can't handle the truth. We'll see you guys next week.